Alright, so we buff up the copper. Oh no, I misclicked. I meant to buff copper. Okay, so maybe we can push back the Conrad. Nope, I missed. Oh no, 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 no. Don't go for. No. Oh no. What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Siege video. Today will be a little bit different. I've recorded a lot of Siege clips and I will show you some of the best or most interesting teams that I've used. And I'll try to use some collab monsters because, well, they're new. Some of them are interesting, some are not. And as always, I hope you enjoy. So for the first one, I'll be using one of my personal favorites that I like to call the Kinky Snipe team. For the Dusky, you want to have as much damage on light as possible, the Moria as well, some team up damage, attack up effect and skill 1 damage. To start off the battle, we'll be placing our buffs, increase the attack bar. Now this means that Dusky gets the shield, which means his passive will activate. And then we skill 3 on the Kinky and we snipe it. The shield will also help us tank the damage from the water robo, so this should be an easy win. So for this team I tried to find a replacement for the Virat. Now I might be on to something with this water Tanjiro, but I do recommend to not use him against a wind monster because he doesn't have like an attribute advantage or no glancing like the Virat does. For this team to work even better, it is important that you have at least some whale runes on either the Dryad or the Tanjiro. This way the skill 3 from the Tanjiro has an instant chance to proc all the dots, because it only happens when there's already a harmful effect on the enemy. The plan is for them to actually never get a turn after this. I land some nice stuns, which I can elongate with the Dryad and also with the Tanjiro. As you can see, the stuns are already stacking up like a 3-turn stun on the Heretiid, and they are just never moving and slowly dying. For this team, I try to cook something with the Dark Vampire Lord Eirgar. The idea is that the Chilling moves first and removes the will runes from the Theo. Then my Dark Vampire Lord can provide an attack buff and put beneficial block effect on the Theo, and then my Myang could kill it, and it should be an easy 3v2. But of course I missed the only debuff that I wanted to land. Now I'm hoping that my Myang can somehow pop the Endure and still kill it. And I guess I got a little bit lucky. Now this is probably my new favorite team. We have the best 4-star speed lead in the game, the fastest 4-star monster in the game called Chilling, and then the beautiful guy. To make sure everything is speed tuned, I have put some speed up effects on the MORK because his base speed is awful. The plan is to outspeed with Chilling, get the speed buff up, then let the MORK move, get the attack buff, the shield, the immunity up, and Susano can hopefully one-shot something right here. So that is an insanely tanky Mimir, which we are not able to kill, but due to me having this immunity, he can't do anything. We land this defense break, and look at that 70k. And now we can just press auto mode. This team is insanely strong. It can also be run with the Miang instead of the Susano, but this way we have a little bit more speed, and I just like Susano. This team got sent to me by a guildie. It's very good against these bruiser revival type teams. The Hanra has to be on Vampire for this one because we do not have an invisibility, and his HP needs to be full at all times. The Konamiya is on full wheel runes so that he cannot get stunned by the Tyrannus, and the kill order is Bayek, Tyrannus, and last but not least, the Aver. Looking at the attack bars here, we do not need to boost up our Konamiya, we can just save the skill 2. Now let's get the attack buff up on the Hanra and snipe this Bayek. Make sure to put as much damage as possible on the Hanra and plus fire so that you're absolutely sure that you can one-shot it. Once the Tyrannus is done with reviving, you can simply kill him and then work on the Aver. Once again we are using a collab monster, the Wind Tanjiro. Now this one has an ignore defense on his skill 2, which has a decent multiplier, so I'm gonna use it to kill this Kiki right here. Make sure to use an elemental damage artifact on him, because a lot of units are on minus wind and you want to make sure you can one-shot your opponents. His skill 3 is also pretty nice to clean up any remaining opponents, as you can see right here. For the next one, I'll be using the Wind Gyomei, a free-to-play unit we can all get from the event. I like him on seal runes with some additional damage on defense, make him as tanky as possible. Since he cannot get defense broken, he's the perfect tank to put next to Camilla and Bill. The plan is pretty simple. We're going to out-sustain them with the 2 tanks and then snipe them one by one with the Water Demon. And now it's finally time for the intro clip. I'd say this is a pretty solid counter against this team we've been facing. You should probably make your MSD a bit faster than this, but I was sure that I would outspeed because I had already seen the defense in a replay. And of course, don't misclick! Now I wasn't really sure who to go for here. I would have loved to kill the Grego, but due to his passive that would be really hard to do. Right here I'm mad cause bad. So I do decide to go for the Grego, but as you'll see I will only do a little bit of his damage, and I can explain why I only did like 27k right here. You can pause freely if you want to, but basically the minus wind artifact on the Grego calculates the reduced damage before his passive kicks in, which sort of doubles the effect from the minus wind artifact. Thankfully my copper is non-violent, so if he goes crazy I still have a chance to win this. If you made it this far into the video, I want to thank you for watching it, and if you have any ideas for monsters or teams I should use, then let me know in the comments, and until next time, see ya!